Welcome back to 843 TV, and joining us now we have Marty Miley, who is the Vice Chair of the Bridges Prep Board, and returning also we have Dee. So let's talk a little bit about the school that is being expanded. Very exciting, but I also imagine a little stressful. I understand the upper school construction was going very, very well until the rain in July, like 15, 20 inches of rain, which had to impact the progress.
It was going very well. They were moving at Superman speed. They were going very well until the rains came and it mucked the site up. Took a while to get the trailers in, get them set up due to the wet conditions. Then vandalism started on the construction equipment where people were breaking out windshields and removing GPSs and crushing them. So there's been some delays nonetheless. We would guess there were somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks between the vandalism and the rain.
Now, what are you doing to get on top of the vandalism?
The Sheriff's Department has been made aware of it. They're doing patrols now. They have set up game cameras and other devices to try to catch the individuals that are doing the vandalism.
That's too bad. So while the upper school students are in Green Street, what are you doing to get the roads ready and those modular classrooms?
So most of the road is down, the base part of it. Actually, part of the parking lot has been paved. It was paved last weekend. So we have means to get firefighters in, vehicles in. Another paving should go on next week. We're waiting on inspections to get electrical and other things up and running. So we're waiting on water meter from Beaufort Jasper and electric meters from SCNG.
Wow. So with all of this taken into consideration, what do you think the timeline is for the completion of the upper school?
We're still waiting on the Office of School Facilities to come do their final inspection, which we have them scheduled for middle of next week. So as soon as we hear from them as to when we can move in, we'll get with the school and see what their timeline is. We would hope in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yeah.
Great.
We're hoping.
Is the noise from the construction site a problem for the students who are nearby?
We'll have to get with the contractor that'll be chosen at that time to, put in some means and methods to prevent any noise from being distractions. We'll lean on them to come up with those means to do that.
So not to dwell at all on negative, but I'm always curious. Construction, I think both, when you're looking at a school or a home, it's always a bit of a nightmare. Have there been any other issues that have arisen in terms of permits or?
He can speak on,
There are always issues with getting permits. You're dealing with several different organizations that all have the way they want it done, and those sometimes take a while to acquire. But nonetheless, it's nothing different than any other project. It just takes a while to get those permits in place.
Put on that patience hat.
That's right.
Well, and I'd like to add that the construction people that have been working with us, they have been phenomenal. They have worked 12-hour days, 6 days, 7 days a week. I mean, it's like they really have partnered with us, knowing that we're on a mission.
Sure.
So they have been very much an integral part of it. It's very fulfilling to see it and to talk with them. They're good people.
To move on to something a little more positive on note, very quickly, let's touch on fashion. Because I understand there's a new uniform policy in place. I'd love to hear about it.
We wanted to give the high schoolers a little bit of heads up and a little input and autonomy in what they would wear this year. I mean, within reason, honestly. There is uniforms, and we all know what uniforms are. K through 7 maintain and have the uniforms. The upper grades, 8 through 11, have a dress code, meaning that they have to dress in a proper manner, but they get to, autonomy in the choices that they make. And it is a pilot program, and quite frankly, the reason it is being piloted, there's 2 reasons. If they don't adhere to it, it will be stopped, and they'll go back to uniforms. If it is successful, and I hope it is, then we have to go back into our charter and make an amendment to that, because we do have uniforms in the charter, and anything that's changed in our charter has to be amended and goes through a process.
All right.
So yes.
Well, there's so much again to learn, and we are going to get back to some more information about the school in just a few minutes, so you all stay right here. We'll be back with more 843 TV.